Welcome to the Beer and Bulldogs. We're here to celebrate the American Pit Bull Terrier through history, responsible ownership, and appreciation. All discussions are for legal, ethical, historical, and educational purposes. No illegal activities ever. We stand firmly against animal cruelty and dogfighting, both of which violate the Animal Welfare Act of 1976. Let's keep it positive and give these amazing dogs the respect they deserve. Cheers!
About to go down, so who's gonna be my dogs? Cause I'm about to break some laws. I ain't supposed to get in any trouble again. If I do, they gonna put me back in the pen. But you like to dodge my calls, so I'm about to break your jaw. I ain't scared of doing time, it ain't even on my mind at all. So who's gonna feed my dog?
Welcome to Beer and Bulldogs. I'm your host, Calypso, and this is the show where we talk about the game-bred American Pit Bull Terrier, working breeds, and all things Bulldogs. Over a cold one, of course. And today we got a very special guest for you. Look, this man's his name's just blowing up. He's at all the shows. He's got his family of dogs going on. There's a lot of stuff I could say about this dude. He's even a musician, man. This dude's, and he got his own business, all types of stuff. You know what? I'll let the man speak for himself. We got Casino Life Prez. Chill. Yo, what up, Sino?
Salute, man.
Hey, man. Salute to you. I'm doing well, man. How you been doing? That's the question. Man, yeah, I saw you've been on the road a lot.
Oh yeah. This month, it's been a busy month. I'm not going out of town no more for the rest of February, but I'll be right back out of town in March.
Oh man.
But I went to Alabama 3 times for a breeding earlier in the month, and that's looking good because Jewel, I bred Jewel to Red Bull 3. Shout out to my boy Billy, Billy's the Boys Kennels, BBK. It's looking like she took all the signs. You know, her vagina is still swollen.
Yeah,
and it should have been going down if she didn't take. And also up under her nipples, the nipples are starting to get swollen, and you can see that it's like probably like milk developing up under her nipples and things like that. So it's looking good, man.
Yeah.
And, I went to Louisiana, went to the South Bottom, the South Bottom confirmation show down in New Iberia, Louisiana, and then
shout outs to South Bottom.
Oh yeah, shout out Mr. Carter and everybody, his whole family, man. They do a great job. That was my first time going, and I felt like I was at home, man. It was a good experience. I got to meet a lot of people, and I got to talk to some people who recognized who I was. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool too. Like people coming up to me asking if I'm the guy who got Canelo and everything like that.
Yeah.
This past weekend, I went to Texas and I went and picked up a pup. I went and visited Mr. Townsend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, you was taking the words right out of my mouth, man. I'm glad. Hey, I was gonna say, don't skip the dog because I see you got a new puppy right there, man.
Yeah, man. This is McNabb's Ascari Missy Chana.
What'd you say? What's the name?
Ascari Missy Chana.
Okay.
That's Soldier Girl in Swahili.
Okay.
So Soldier Girl, Scotty Missy China, you know, I'm happy with her. I just gave her a 9-way shot. Mr. Townsend told me that give her 9-way like 2 or 3 days after I get back home. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of gonna do that anyway because she coming from a whole different environment.
Yeah.
Everything, you know. So, but yeah, man, I'm happy with her.
What's the pedigree looking like on her?
She's pure Nidrino.
Nice.
Top and bottom, pure as you can get. You know, of course, there's gonna be some outs in the pedigree because you got to do that to keep everything. You know, I want to inbreed. You know, this is a 40+ year old bloodline, so they preserved it very well, and I'm happy. I mean, she looks like Ninjarino. I mean, you look at her, you pretty much, if you know Bulldogs, you can call her bloodline just by looking at her. So she's a perfect example of that bloodline, man.
Yeah.
I got her sitting right here, man, because I don't want her to be making noise while I'm trying to do this.
I dig it. So I have some questions for you. So when did you get your first American Pit Bull Terrier? Like, how old were you, or what was the experience like when you got it?
All right, so the story is, I had pit bulls when I was like 20, 21 years old. A buddy of mine named Doobie, rest in peace, Doobie, he passed away. But he had 5 of them. It was a family of them, but they didn't have any paperwork or anything like that. So, like, I like to say that I just now got real pit bull terrier pedigrees, and I know for a fact that's what they are. But my first family dogs that I had was when I was like 21, something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm 32 now, so that's like 11 years ago.
So you've been messing with the dogs for a while now,
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So like, really, what drew you to the American Pit Bull Terrier? Like,
man, they remind me of my personality, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to work. I like fitness. I like and my personality, like, you know how they pretty much friendly to people, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want to get on their bad side.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that's me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I'll smile, laugh with you and everything like that. Just, don't disrespect it.
Yeah. Like, when you were first getting into the American Pit Bull Terrier, were there any guys who were like showing you the ropes, or were you just like, yo, I saw the dog, I liked the dog, and that's how it was, and you just built a relationship with the dogs?
Well, all right, so the way I got introduced to actual bloodlines, I was renovating a house across the street from a guy who had pit bulls. And one day I was coming out of the house and I seen him in the driveway. He was playing with probably about a 8-month-old puppy. And it just, like, it caught my eye. I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's a good looking pit bull. You know what I'm saying? And I went up to him. I asked a stupid question. Like, I asked him if it was a red nose or a blue nose. I asked him if it was a red nose or a blue nose, and he was like, "No, this red boy Jocko Bolio." And when he said that, man, I went to researching. I went to Googling, YouTube, everything like that. And he showed me his yard, and his yard was like a pit bull zoo exhibit. You know what I'm saying? I was looking, like, he had a whole family. He had the Ninjarinos, he had the red boy Jocko Bolios. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple of those, but more Ninjarino than anything. And he also had like an Eli dog. But so I was just watching YouTube videos. I was watching all type of stuff, even those ones with the little picture slideshows with the robot voice. Yeah. I was watching those, getting my information from those. And then probably about a year after that, I got Nello and Jewel from that same dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, he helped me pretty much, like, any questions I had, you know what I mean? He pretty much answers them, you know what I'm saying? And then my own research, I put it all together.
Yeah, and you know what? I just want to say, for all my listeners out there, a lot of people give some dudes who don't know shit about asking, is it a red nose or a blue nose? Now, we know where the term red nose came from because there was a man with old family red nose dogs. And so people use that term, and a lot of the blue dog owners, I know, but we may not say that they're pit bulls. There's some arguments. I'm not going to get into those arguments with people. There may have been a few. And I won't argue that have went in the box. A few blues that have went in the box before. And I'm not going to argue with people about that. But it's okay. I don't give, when people come up to you and ask you that, you just be respectful and answer them. Don't always give them shit because they ask that. Because I feel like, you know what I mean? That's a common thing for people to ask red nose or blue nose, because there is people who had old family reds, and that's what they called them. That's what they called them back in the day.
Yeah.
So,
And
but then
where I'm from, that's real common. You know what I'm saying? I'm close to Atlanta. I grew up I'm from DeKalb County, Georgia. That's right next to Fulton County. Like they touch. Fulton County is where the actual skyline and everything is. I'm right east. A lot of people had what you could call a blue nose pit bull. Like that was real popular. Like the first pit bull I probably ever seen in my life was great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know,
hey, you know what? Outcast, they from the ATL, and they were pushing those dogs real big, real big.
Saying? So yeah, man. So that's where I got that from, and you know, that guy he educated me on that, and then I went and did my own research, and I went back to him because he was the only dude at that time. He was the only dude I knew was the real deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you started to get more out there, was there any other guys that you could probably say that may have said, "Hey, man, let me pull your collar a little bit"?
Nah, not until I mean everything. I say people like Richard Schoolboy, watching his videos.
Yeah.
I don't really go around people like that, to be honest with you. So I mean, and then the people I do be around, they don't know nothing about no dogs. You know what I mean? But I have me and Mr. Townsend, we've developed a relationship, and he gives me advice on things. We've been talking, and he gives me advice. So I call him a mentor. I can ask him pretty much anything I would like to know. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mr. Townsend,
not
yeah.
really.
No,
mainly YouTube video. Yeah.
This is what you just said right there. It hits me real, because it's something that I try to tell a lot of people, because it's all good. We can get inspired by these dog men and stuff like that. But when people get too caught into just worrying, and this is a show about dog men and this and that, and that's cool. But when people get too caught into like what this dog man does, what that dog man does, they lose the idea of what it truly is to just have a bond with your dog. A true, just, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it is. We're all just human beings building a bond with our dog. And we can learn a few things from other men and women or whatever, you know, but the truth is that's really what a dog man is about, his dog. And I do respect the bulldog fraternity. You know, I do respect it, you know what I mean? Because it's cool. Like what you just did, going to the South Bottom. Man, I wish I would have been there, or the pig picking. You've been there too, man. I want to go. You know what I mean? Like when I see those, I'm like, man, I gotta show up there one day. And it's always something going on, you know. But I'm gonna make my way up there one day. I'm gonna have to go up there and see Tom Garner's spot. I heard
that. Man. I'm gonna go back to the. I don't think he released the date. But whenever he does, I'm gonna make plans to go back, because I ain't even get the full experience. Because whenever you see me at these shows, like 9 times out of 10, I'm not spending the night in that city. Like I literally be doing round trips like that same day. So like once I'm done doing what I'm doing, a lot of times I just go. But I found out I missed his yard tour. You know, I missed his yard tour, and I was blown by that. So I'm like, shoot, next time I'm just gonna stay all the way to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, hey man, there's some guys who say, you know, be careful, don't stay too long. You know, people get drunk and wild and acting dumb. You know how things be. You've been to the barbecue. You know, sometimes I'm one of them dudes that's like, hey, people be like, yo, where did you go? I was like, hey, bro, I had to go. The thing is, though, man,
I can honestly say, man, I've never seen no drama at any confirmation show, man. Like,
that's
it's really
good.
Chill, bro. Like, everybody is really about the dogs. I mean, it's just a bunch of dog talk. What bloodline is that? What bloodline is that? How did you, what's that cross with? You know what I'm saying? This is just a bunch of that, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
that's
also
a beautiful
the
thing.
picking I went to, Tom Garner said something about that on the microphone. He was like, I think it was the 10th annual. He was like, it's the 10th annual pig picking, and we've never had an altercation. You see what I'm saying?
Nice.
So, nah, man, it ain't none of that. I know what you're talking about, but that's not why.
Okay.
I don't get that kind of vibe at all, man.
Okay.
I ain't see no drama. You know what I'm saying?
So like I wanted to ask you a little bit about your conditioning. You know, like what's your approach on conditioning?
All right, so I approach it like boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like when I know it's a confirmation show coming up, I usually start a month ahead. You know what I'm saying? Which is a little shorter than a boxing training camp, but I pretty much keep my dogs in good shape in the first place. So they don't really have far to go to get how I need them to be. And I just basically what I do is I look at I balance how I'm feeding them. You know what I'm saying? I do like kibble, I do raw. If I want to shave down weight and make them look, get a little smaller, I'll probably do fish. You know what I'm saying? Fish, and I have different supplements and things like that, man. I got a lot of stuff that
I was gonna get into more of that, but yeah, I know what you mean. You know what I mean? Like you keep your dogs in shape, so you just drop a little weight and put them back out there harder. All of a sudden, they just like the next day looking like they was ready for the fight. Yeah. Well, when we talking about boxing, when I said that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I meant by that. For anybody out there who heard me say that, I was saying like he was talking about he trains him like a boxer. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. As a boxer, like I walk around pretty much with a 6-pack or close to it. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to get ready for something, it ain't gonna be nothing to get shape. You know what I'm saying? It's always best to look at everything like that. You don't want to let your dogs get hard fat for real, unless you dealing with what I've been dealing with in the South lately. You know what I'm saying? We had a snowstorm. We had 2 of them back to back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my dogs stay outside, so I did let them get hard fat, and that's why at the South Bottom show, in my opinion, Canelo looked worse than he ever did. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't proud of his condition. But I did the best I could. I made sure I showed up.
So I wanted to ask you because I know that your dogs and what you call. I don't know if you call it a kennel because that's not the word you use. You use McNabb dogs. So you're just like, these is my dogs. It's not necessarily, and that might just be what a kennel is. But what I'm getting at is, I was going to ask, what does Brickhouse performance? What does that mean? I was curious about that.
It's it's basically like building your dog up physically and mentally to be able to withstand anything. You know what I'm saying? It's my conditioning, my nutrition. It's basically my whole program.
Okay.
And like maybe one day in the future, I do it like as the confirmation shows get popular and things like that. It might be people who got a hard work schedule. I want to one day have a facility, called Brickhouse Performance, where you come bring your dog and you can pick it up and take it straight to the confirmation show. You ain't got to worry about none of that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's bigger. It's bigger than you and the dogs. It's something bigger. I see what you got going on.
And it's not gonna be. It's not really just focused on. It's for all working dogs for real. You know what I'm saying? All working dogs. You know what I mean?
I can dig it.
But I haven't even. I'm really naming stuff before it even exists for real.
That's how. Hey man, that's how geniuses work, man. That's how geniuses work, man. I dig it. I was just curious.
The only examples I got of Brickhouse Performance is how my dogs show up. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to the confirmation show, that's how they show up. That's the Brickhouse Performance right there. But that's a McNabb dog. But how they look, you know what I'm saying? Winning, and, you know what I'm saying? Winning awards and things like that. That's the Brickhouse Performance that made that happen.
I'll be honest. I was thinking that I might have been out of the loop, and I was gonna be like, "Yo, wait, this dude got like some type of like supplements or something that he's selling or something." I didn't know. I was. That's why I asked, because I was like, maybe he got some supplements and he got something I can buy for my dogs.
Right now, man, it's all types of stuff that may happen, man. I'm working on a website, and basically all my business gonna get done through the website because lately, like my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all those messages is like I'm getting a crazy amount of messages, and it's like I can't do that like that. I need to go ahead and get a website, and you know what I'm saying. If you want to do business with me, he's gonna have to go through their website.
Well, because I mean, and please, older dog men, take no offense, but as the younger dog men come in and they're keeping the tradition going, they're taking on some of your dogs, and they're keeping that bloodline running and passing it on and passing it on. I just feel like people, you know what I'm saying, they start looking into stuff, man. And so, like, I'm pretty sure, you know, just like, you know, you got Wolverine Den Kennels and Terry Townsend, and you got other dudes. I just don't want to just keep going for hours and stuff on the Niggerino dogs. And that's crazy. You call them Niggerino dogs. You know, I've always called them Niggerino dogs.
Yeah, they are Niggerino dogs, and people be getting on me in the comments about like how I pronounce it, but that's how that shit come off my tongue. I like how that shit sounds. But I mean, Niggerino is really that's the correct pronunciation. But Niggerino, I've heard people say Nigerino. I've heard people.
I have
Niggerino. I got stuck saying Niggerino, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know I have too. I said, but I don't know if you ever heard. I don't know if you got to watch that interview or anything, but when I was reading the books, I was reading, you know, all the, you know, sports journals. I was just reading them, you know, and then I was sitting back and I was listening to Tupac back then, and I heard Snoop Dogg and him rapping on a song. Dang it, it's Most Wanted. I'm trying to think of what the name of the song is. It's like Two of the Most Wanted or something like that. And Snoop Dogg says, I got a pit named Petey. She Niggerino. I got a house out in the hills right next to Chino. And when I heard that, I was like, what? Wait. Did he say something about a pit Niggerino? I was just like, yo, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And the way that word break down, like, all right, so you know the country in Africa called Niger?
Yeah.
I mean, because nigga, that's 2 G's. So either way, if you're gonna put the hard R at the end or you put the A at the end, it's still 2 G's. So the way I look at it is really should be Nigerino. But you know what I'm saying, if you going off of how to spell it, but of course, you know, I gotta acknowledge that it's supposed to be Nigerino. I know that, you know what I'm saying, but
and then you got Nigas. Nigas means king.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people don't know that, you know, but you know, hey, that's a good. I like that though. What you was just saying. Well, so now we was talking about. You said something about fish. I'm guessing there's some secrets, and that's all right. I just wanted to ask you about your feeding because I heard you say fish, but I want to know, is it all just fish, or is it are you doing kibble too?
Did I go black?
No, you right here.
Okay, my bad.
I think you might have went sideways. Okay, you good.
Yeah, no, I don't put kibble with the fish. I put I apologize, I'm getting phone calls, bro. Like I done got like 6, 7 text messages since we started, and I just had to reject that call. But I put the fish, and I put like a meat with the fish if need be, or I do a lot of different things. Like I put fish with the kibble, but I always have the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends, bro. Like I haven't even. I'm just, you know what I mean. It just depends, man. Like I put the fish with vegetables. My favorite vegetable I always put is beets. You know, and the reason I do beets is because they help with the blood flow. You know what I'm saying? That blood flow. You know what I'm saying? The blood that makes the oxygen travel through the body. You know what I mean? So the better your blood flowing, the better the oxygen go through your body. The more energy you got, the longer you last, anything you're doing. So if anybody who's doing like treadmill racing, add beets to what you got going on. That's one secret I will give. You put beets in there, it'll make your dog be that much better. You know what I'm saying?
Do you actually go get like the beet, the actual beet, and you cutting it, or are you getting like the freeze dried beets?
No,
I'm just curious.
they sell beets in a can. And
Okay.
Anybody listening, if you're getting vegetables out of can, pour all the water out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So crack the can, peel it back just enough for the water to come out. Because all that water got salt in it. It got a lot of salt in it. You don't want to put too much salt. So get rid of that water. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I be smacked. Like, my different dogs, like, the different dogs I got, they like different things. So sometimes I got to trick them to have it. Like some dogs, like Canelo, he won't eat no beets. But if I prepare it a certain way, he don't even pay no attention. You see what I'm saying? So I be having to learn which ones don't like what. Really, Canelo, he the main picky eater. Jules, semi-picky, but Canelo, he'll ignore the eggshells, he ignore gizzards, he ignore livers, he ignore beets. You know what I'm saying? Some vegetables, like you gotta kind of like trick them into eating all that stuff like that.
Yep. I do understand that. Yep, because you get them picky eaters, man. You be looking at them too, and they be wasting stuff. You're like, man.
I'm talking about he push it all around. Like he'll clean up the bowl. Only thing be left is the beets. He'll even lick all the excess fish or whatever off the beets. Like he'll get it off the beets and won't eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like
I do understand. I was gonna ask, do you use any supplements with your dogs, or are you just straight? You know what?
I use supplements. I use like calcium. I use I can't tell you the name. Like,
you know, and honestly, I'll be honest. I'm just like you. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'd just be trying to, you know, for the people that are watching. You know what I'm saying? Because
I say this. The reason I like that is because I'm actively competing.
Yes.
When I get older, I let it all out because I plan on doing this for the rest of my life.
Hey,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? When I get up there in age like the Tom Garners and you know what I'm saying, and all the people like that, Mr. Townsend, you know, Mr. Cates, all them, I'll share way more. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm trying to get them trophies, and you know, so I apologize, but I'm not finna help nobody.
I dig it. No, I dig it. Hey, I dig it. Hey, that makes this show even greater because now people gonna be wanting to pick your brain. People go. Yeah. Hey, I was listening to. I won't put his name out there. I was listening to another fellow dog man, and he says, I have other dog men that want to know my tricks and stuff. And he said they come over to his house, and he says, I just started keeping the pedigree dog bag, and I'll feed my dogs from the same pedigree dog bag. But he says every time I buy dog food, I come in and I pour it inside of the pedigree dog bag. And every time they walk in, he was like, they're like blown, like mind blown, because they're like, yo, you got these badass dogs and you just feeding them, pedigree.
Yeah. I don't even keep the bag.
Hey, listen, I got nothing bad about pedigree. Pedigree is good dog food. Hey, I know people who do wonders on pedigree. So, but I just wanted to say that's what he said he did. That's his, his thing.
I don't even keep the bag, but I ain't gonna lie. I done told people the kibble. I didn't said it enough, but I don't believe me telling what kibble I use is gonna. You're not gonna be able to fuck with me off just knowing my kibble. So I use the black bag of value pack for all my dogs. You know what I'm saying? But I don't keep the bag. I got those white food safe containers, like it's like a 5-gallon bucket with a screw top on it, like for storing food. I put them in that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that ain't no secret. My kibble ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying?
I've already heard. That's why I've asked you these questions, man. I already done heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I knew you was keeping the secrets. I knew you was keeping the secrets, so I was like, you know what? Let me just see if he'll say on my show, he'll just say, hey, I'll go ahead and give it to you, bro. But I already know you said the value pack, and that's good dog food, man. That's good dog food.
And the reason why is because the reason I use value pack is because out of a lot of the foods that I look at, it's free of gluten, free of soy, free of wheat, free of something else. I can't remember, but yeah. You know what I mean? That's why I do that. Because, I mean, if I'm going to use kibble, I want it to be as healthy as possible. You know what I'm saying? I really can't wait to the day that I can do completely raw. You know what I'm saying?
So, who's your favorite historical American Pit Bull Terrier? The one that they talk about that you've read or you've looked up and you just like, man.
Shoot, Niggerino. Niggerino.
You know what? And I should already know that, but I just wanted to hear it from your mouth, man.
That's my favorite one. But probably.
Don't worry, we'll come right back. Don't hang up. We'll come right back. Okay. Sometimes that happens, but we still right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying the main reason probably because that's one of the first ones I was introduced to. You know what I'm saying? So I did the most research on that one. And I mean, all the stories that I've heard, and then just I like the look. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of dog men they say they don't care about looks. I'm the total opposite. I feel like if I can get a real bulldog that look better than everybody else's, that's the best one. You know what I'm saying? That's the best one.
I mean, look at that dog you got right there, man. I mean, hey, bro, you're going to get people, they're going to say Chinaman was the best. There's some people who are going to say Homer was the best.
But they use Chinaman
Jeep.
Chinaman is inside of her. You know, like they use that as an outcross the dynamite stuff. So that's an outcross that's being used. So I mean, that's in there. Sam Case actually took Nidgerino to Bulldog Hill with Tom Garner. They did some business and did some crosses. So that's in there. It's part of the history. I respect all the bloodlines.
Man, it feels good to hold a piece of American history right in your hand right there, man.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. She's getting baby, you know what I'm saying? But with every puppy, anytime I get a puppy, I bring him in the house for like at least a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? So that we can get to know each other, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, and I still be excited. So you know what I mean? If you want to look at it, you know what I mean?
So my next question was going to be if you could bring any legendary American Pit Bull Terrier back from the future, not back from the future, back from the past, which one would it be? Would it be fair to say that would be Nidgerino? I'm going to say Nidgerino.
Yeah. But I got another one. I would bring back Barracuda. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I bring back Barracuda. But other than Nidgerino, you know what I'm saying? I bring back Barracuda.
Yeah, that's a bad dog, man.
I like how big his head, like his mouth, like I never seen him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm only 32 years old. Like I ain't.
Yeah, no.
I'm just now learning about all this stuff, man. That's the thing about like going to the confirmation show, bro. Like I probably ask I'm getting questions every time. Like I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning how to look at the dog and be able to tell what bloodline it is by looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to do that. Like try to guess what it is, and then sometimes I'll be right. A lot of times I'll be right at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, some of the dog men of a certain time know about all the dogs that John P. Kobe had and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's a whole new time, new age, man. And that's why I was just, hearing your name, bro, like, and seeing what you're doing, like, you got other trophies back there too, huh? That they ain't even you just trying to accomplish things, and I'm talking about even the music. You got gloves.
Oh, yeah, all that dog. That's all dog stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I mean, you got other stuff than just the dog. I'm saying you got gloves back there. You got music going on. You know what I'm saying? That's you build. I don't know if you do art, but you building inspiration back there, man.
I do draw. I draw and paint, but I didn't do that one. My homeboy did it. Man, shout out my boy Drake Cash. He gave me that as a gift.
That's dope, man. Dope. People don't know that they can actually check out your music too online. If they don't know, they should know. You
Yeah,
know?
man. Yeah, just look up Casino Life Prez on Apple Music, Spotify, anything like that. Also on my YouTube channel, if you go a while back, you'll see I probably got like 10 music videos up there, and I got different things about my music.
Oh,
But yeah, I definitely was doing the music heavy. I was in rotation on the radio a couple times. My music been getting played in the clubs. I used to get paid to appear at clubs, everything like that. But then when COVID came, they shut down the clubs and stuff like that. Like I really started focusing on that boxing. And the type of person I am, it's hard for me to multitask with passions. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like when I'm head first into something, that's what I'm locked in on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing about dogs, it go hand in hand with the boxing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I gotta go run with the dog. It's like I've stayed in shape. I ain't been in the ring in a minute as far as sparring like that, but I can go spar today if I wanted to, just because of the dog. You know?
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, Casino, this is the part of the show. It's called Quick Fire Questions. Let's go carpet meal or slap meal.
Slap meal. Why? Is because the benefit that you get from the carpet meal, they talk about the resistance that the carpet meal give, but I got other stuff for that. So it's like, you know, I feel like the carpet, it's carpet. I feel like it's gonna smell. You know what I'm saying? The slap meal, you can clean it. I feel like you can clean it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they get to work on their endurance and win. And as far as the resistance, I got other things for that. So I don't have to really worry about try to do it all in one exercise. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, you just said something nobody's ever said on this show, and that was because you did understand that, and a lot of other guys are like, oh, you know, because I'm like, why would you choose the carpet meal over the slap meal? And they're like, oh, you know, for the resistance side of it and stuff. But you are like, I already got that. I got other things for that. Yeah. That's dope, man. So chain setup or kennel run?
Well, where I'm at, like I do have chain setups, but I can't leave them on there forever. I gotta like put them in the kennel. But I'm about to get a run. I like chains, but because of the law where I live, I gotta go with both, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But once I get the runs set up, the cable runs, but they can, you know what I'm talking about? It's like a clothesline.
Yeah.
Once I get that set up, they'll be on chain pretty much all the time. But I still would have kennels, you know, for certain dogs. Like I'm working with like close to an acre.
Yeah.
So I gotta maximize my space until I'm able to upgrade my property. You know what I mean?
Okay. I was gonna say flirt pole or spring pole.
Probably spring pole. I like the spring pole. Yeah.
Okay. I usually ask this one, but I thought I should just flip it up because sometimes people say, well, you ask everybody the same questions. So let's say if the dog, I'm going to just give you if the dog's got game, in case anybody want to say whatever. Mouth or wind?
Mouth. Because we can work on my wind. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it like boxing. You can't run forever. You know what I'm saying?
I see that.
You can't run forever. You know what I'm saying? You know? So I say mouth.
You just made me think about something. So I like that. So I know you do a little bit of both, but let's just go raw or kibble.
Raw all day. I mean, I feel like that's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody's not able to do it.
You know what's so crazy is that I hear you say that, but I've heard some dog men who have just been like, why would you feed them raw? Because the kibble is already balanced. These guys have been doing it for 20, 40 something years. I've heard a few of them say it. And I'm just like, and I was like shocked. you know, and there's people who say, you know, if you don't really understand, I guess, like the barf diet of raw, that's probably why you'll hear somebody say kibble. And then a lot of people who do kibble but understand raw is like, if you're not feeding them the barf style or the perfect amount, then you should just go with kibble because it takes a lot of time or something like that. So I just thought I'd ask, but you know.
I think just to respond to that, I've heard that, and I think that comes from people with a whole lot of dogs. Like people who got a whole lot of dogs,
Yes,
that probably could be time consuming. But me, I don't have a whole lot of dogs, and when it comes to nutrition, I understand that 100%. You know what I'm saying? I get it. So, like, yeah, they say the kibble got everything in it, but when I serve the raw, it got everything in it too. So,
yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Yeah.
So, Casino, man, what kind of legacy does you and the McNabb dogs want to leave on the American Pit Bull Terrier community, man?
Man, I want to be that dude. Well, I want to be a part of the reason that changed the reputation of these dogs, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to change the reputation of these dogs. I want to like fix the breed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when I came in, it was going south as far as, you know, the reputation and, you know, people getting in trouble and things like that. And also, I want to educate people on what a real American Pit Bull Terrier is, because when you look at like news, when people are getting hurt by dogs, a lot of them dogs aren't real American Pit Bull Terrier, but they get thrown in the category with pit bulls. So it just, you know, anything with a box head, they just say pit bull attack.
Yeah.
And I want to like actually let people know that this is an actual breed. Like, you can't just throw a dog in that category. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you just can't do that. I want that. I want to be known for producing high performing, high quality dogs. You know what I'm saying? Conformation wise and performance wise, both of them are. Of course, performance is above conformation. It's like it's 1A and 1B to me. Like, because I believe the best American Pit Bull Terrier, if it's a certified bulldog and it got perfect conformation, that's the best dog.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't care what nobody say. People say that shit all the time. They be like, I don't give a damn about looks. I feel like people say they don't give a damn about looks because you ain't got no choice but not give a damn about looks, because that's what you're working with. But don't knock people who got good looking dogs. You know, don't think that my dog ain't a performance dog, ain't no working dog just because I go to confirmation shows, because I get that a lot. Like, no, my dog just look good enough to do this. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I feel like everybody should move their breed towards capturing all that. You know what I'm saying? Not just forgetting about the confirmation and only want the performance. Now, try to capture all that the best you can, and I feel like that'll make the breed go forward as well. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what, man? And you know, and I know that you're gonna have, like you said, you gotta. Well, you know, you're like you were saying at the beginning of the show. You know what I'm saying? You feel like a kind of like the pit bull. And I know,
Yeah.
you know, I had an interview with another guy who was just like, "Nah, we ain't like pit bulls. We like humans." So, but you know, it's not a for real. You know, of course, we're saying like the mind. You know how the dog acts. You know, and so it's like, yeah, you gotta be like that, man. You gotta just be like, you know, no matter what anybody say, how you feel is how you feel, and make your lane. And I can obviously tell by just the stuff that you're doing, how you even present yourself, you know, because I was like, wait, Brickhouse, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, performance, wait, McNabb dogs. I was like, hey, you know what? That's what's going to catch people. And, you know, like you said, you got plans for the future, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people ain't got many plans outside of, you know, what they got going on right there, you know, and that's fine. I have nothing against them either, you know, But I can see that's why I kind of asked you, and I asked you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like what type of, you know, because I think that you're one of them guys who's trying to really make some moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you showing up. You showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
people,
outside, man. I'm outside, man. We outside, baby. But listen, bro. All right, so back to what you were saying about the me comparing myself like to a bulldog, like a pit bull, my personality wise. But also too, I want to touch on this because this is important to me. Like, you know what I'm saying about like putting the dogs in a good light, and you know what I'm saying, they already come with a stigma. I feel like that's the same thing as an African American man in America. So that's the reason that I put myself out there the way that I do, because it's almost unexpected for me to try to, you know what I'm saying, represent myself, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. Like I'm trying to, the same thing with the dogs. Like we trying to make dogs look good. I'm also trying to make African American men look good because we come with a stigma. You know what I'm saying? And come with a stigma at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like you see a group of black dudes coming up to you, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people get nervous, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, it worked both ways. So that's another reason that I connect so much with the pit bull, because it's like they try to throw away the whole group of pit bulls because, you know, certain situations. And it's the same thing with African American. And, you know what I'm saying, African American men, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's important for us to present ourselves the best way that we can because of the stigma that comes with us. And same thing, you know what I'm saying, especially African Americans with dogs. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've dealt with problems.
Especially American Pit Bull Terrier.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When I say dog, I'm really talking about American Pit Bull Terrier. Black people, African American males, anybody listening, got to keep that in mind, bro. You come with a stigma. It's just what it is. The dog come with a stigma. That's just what it is. The combination come with an even more stigma. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important for you to put your best foot forward when you're dealing with this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So now we kind of touched on my next question, but you know, maybe there's a different one that you may have for an answer for it. I was going to say, what's one misconception about the American Pit Bull Terrier that you would like to, you know, set the record straight on? You said actually a couple of them, but
I would like that they're not versatile. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people act as if American Pit Bull Terriers aren't intelligent enough to do anything like other than what they were originally bred for or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're very versatile dogs, just like other dogs. They're very intelligent, and I know that for a fact because I got very intelligent dogs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the main thing. You know, they versatile. Like you don't have to do one thing with your dog. You can do pretty much what you want to do with this pit bull, as far as like what you want to raise it for. You know what I'm saying? Like I see people do protection, bite work. A lot of people talk about people who doing bite work, protection work with a pit bull, but I've seen people successfully pull it off. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, do what you got to do with your animal, bro. Like, don't let nobody pressure you into doing something that's gonna trick you out these streets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope you guys heard what he just said, because that was real. What he just said. Don't let nobody out there, just because they trying to tell you what you should do with your dog or how to do. Don't let nobody trick you out these streets. You know, that's real. So for someone just getting into the American Pit Bull Terrier that, you know, needed a piece of advice, what would you tell them? Let's say they came, you know what? Let's say they came to you and they're like, yo, I want to get one of your dogs. And you just looking at them like, oh, wow, do you know what you're getting into? What type of advice would you tell them?
Man, if you don't have experience with dogs, if we talking about somebody who don't have any experience with dogs, I'll probably say this is not the dog for you, because this is a serious dog. You know what I'm saying? Like when I start selling puppies, it's gonna be a process almost like you buying a gun. Because that's damn near what you buying. You know what I'm saying? This dog is a working dog. It's a very intense animal. They very sweet and loving. I mean, you see how she just chilling. She not giving no problems. But at the same time, you got to know what you got. You got to know what you really got, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't slack. You know what I mean? You got to really know what you got. You got to work your dogs. You can't let them be bored dogs. They get destructive. You know what I'm saying? So my ideal person to have one of these is like athletes or somebody who, you don't even have to be an athlete, just somebody who's really gonna spend that time with that animal and, you know what I'm saying, understand it. I can also give you advice on like things about the dog, you know what I'm saying, but that'll be as the question come. But just in general, just know you really gotta pay attention to these animals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't act like it's not what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you understand what you got, you just treat it just like your gun. You put your gun on safety. You put your gun out of kids' reach. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't suggest like I don't like the animals that I have. They not human aggressive, but any animal that gets this big, I'm not leaving them around no kids. I wouldn't suggest nobody do that.
I'm
Not
like that too, man. People think
not unsupervised. You know what I'm saying?
You know, people
supervised is cool, but not unsupervised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people think that people are wrong for saying something like that, and I'm like, are you gonna leave your boa constrictor rolling around the house with your baby there, and just go in the bathroom and be in there taking a shower, a bath, and just I don't know, and just leave your boa constrictor laying around with your baby all day? No. So I understand, because this isn't that. I tell people all the time, this ain't that ain't that dog. That's not.
And if you are gonna have them around your family, supervised. If you do got a family, you're a person looking to get an American Pit Bull Terrier, and you do have a family, and first of all, make sure it's always supervised, but make sure you get a puppy. Mm-hmm. Make sure you get a puppy. Don't go try to get no grown pit bull and bring it around your family. Like I wouldn't never suggest that. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll say the same thing for somebody with Rottweilers. I'll be like, Yeah,
that's why I say any dog that gets to a size that can really hurt somebody.
And they're good dogs, bro. Like, there's some really good Rottweilers, man, that I would probably say I think that your kid would be safe, but why do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why leave any child around any animal too long? I heard one dude. Story was the guy had a dog that was a hunting dog, and the kid started screaming. Was screaming and just screaming around the TV or whatever it was, and the dog just started, because it's used to hearing that loud screeching sound or something like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's just stories out there that you hear. So, it's always good to protect your kids. It's just better safe than
sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say like these animals is going to do anything. But that's why I say any dog big enough to hurt somebody, do not leave. Why test it on your kid?
Yeah.
Like why?
No, I understand that. And we're just those two people. This has nothing to do with the breed. It has nothing to do with the dogs. We're just two men who that's our personal feelings. Right. Other people may have what they got going on. Well, I wanted to ask you if there was anything that you'd like to just talk about, man, while we're just here, bro.
Man, shoot, man, since we doing the interview, man, I want to talk about, man, bro. But I don't, all right, so in since the South Bottom, when I went to Louisiana, man, my social media done skyrocketed, bro. Like, I'm getting over 1,000. I'm getting on Facebook, I'm getting over 1,000 followers a day, bro. Like, I'm already knowing, I just checked my notifications just now before we started. If I go check right now, I know I got over 100 notifications. I already know I got about 20 messages. And I just checked my messages before we start because I just seen them they popping up while we doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, man, I love the support. I appreciate it. But I'm just a dog, man, bro. Okay. I ain't, bro. I just do. I take videos of my dogs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because I'm always around my dogs. If I ain't doing something with my painting business, then I'm dealing with my dogs. So I just started making some content, and the video that I had posted from the South Bottom show, my dog was like,
"Do you know why? Do you know why they hitting you up though?"
Because I got some good dogs.
I was gonna say, man, that dog Canelo, man.
Yeah, Canelo is a star. You know what I'm saying? And I feel blessed that I even got that kind of dog. Like, man, I'm like, man, I could have got any dog, and I ended up with Canelo. Man, he real special, bro. Like, he's intelligent, he's big, he's got the right attitude, he worked, he's sweet, he's everything, bro.
He's everything.
You know what I'm saying? Got confirmation, everything. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that dog right there, he's been taking me to a whole nother level that I ain't imagine. Like, I just got monetized on Facebook. I got the blue check, and my TikTok, I just hit 7,000 followers. Right before we started, I had 7,004 followers or something like that. I done went up 300 and something subscribers in like the last 7 days. Like on YouTube, I'm at 2,900 and some change. So that, and then way everything growing is like I can predict it. Like I know I'm gonna be at 3,000 subscribers probably before the end of the night. I'm probably gonna be at 14,000 followers on Facebook by the time we get done with this. Wow. Like I'm already knowing. Like it's going crazy. I got crazy. I hit 1 million yesterday. I think that was yesterday. I hit 1 million on that post. It's at 1.1 right now. Like it's getting over 100,000 views a day.
That's
crazy. Know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So is Canelo? Is that what you're gonna be building your foundation off of, or is that what you? I'll be honest with you. I'm just finding out about the McNabb dogs. I was rolling up my screen, bro, and I see this dog, and I was just like, I show my son. I'm like, yo, look at that dog right there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, next thing I know, somehow, the universe, God, just brought us together, bro, to like do what we was about to do right here. And I'm just like, and I started looking at that dog more, and I was like, wait. And then I see you on another video. It wasn't even your video. And I'm like, okay. So then then all of a sudden I see your video pop up, and I'm like watching your video. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man.
Yeah, that dog taking me to places that I didn't think I'd be like.
And
like if it wasn't for Canelo, I probably would never went to Texas. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I never been. That was my first time going to Texas ever in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, he's doing things for me in my program that was unexpected. But at the same time, I did know he was special. I did know that. And everybody who I told before I went to the pig picking, everybody where I'm from, I told them I was going. I didn't tell them I was going to no dog show. I said I'm gonna go win this dog show right quick. Like I told everybody, I got this bunch of people tell you. I said I'm finna go win this dog show right quick, and I came back with best of show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I got that because I was just looking at everybody dogs on the internet. And I was like, I ain't seen no dog look better than Canelo like that, in my opinion. So I'm like, man, I'm finna go win this dog show then. You know what I'm saying?
You ever heard life and death are in the power of the tongue?
Yeah.
So obviously there's power in the tongue.
Yeah.
So you say it and you go out there, like I said, I could tell you just one of them dudes who's gonna show up. And you gonna show up right.
Yeah,
if you gotta get fitted, you gonna come fitted.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like that too. Like, you know what I mean? Anybody who thinking about going to a confirmation show, don't think about more than just think about the whole situation, the whole showmanship. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The showmanship. Like when he won best. All right, so the way it works at the confirmation show, you got to qualify to get the levels. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even win best of show if you don't win your age group. You know what I'm saying? So like what I did at the pig picking, when Canelo won, when he won in his age group, you get a gold. He got a gold first place. His age group at that time, I believe it was 9 to 11, like either 9 to 11, 12 months or something. Like it was like 9 to 12 months, 9 to 11. It was 9 to 12 months, I believe.
Yeah.
When I got that gold medal, I put it on. I put it around Canelo's neck. I just let him wear it the whole time. I ain't never seen nobody do that, but it was just automatic. The way I was thinking, because you know what I'm saying, you won, I ain't win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole time he rocking the gold medal. You know what I mean? And it all that stuff comes from boxing to me. Like, you know, like when a fighter's in a fight, they got all the people holding all their belts and everything behind them and everything. Like that's kind of like how I came. Like I won the best puppy trophy. And when I had won the best puppy trophy, so when it's time to compete for best of show, he got the gold medal on his neck. We got the best puppy trophy on us, bro. It's the belt. We got the title. You know what I'm saying? And shit. When he was looking at the different dogs, I was just yelling, the champ is here.
Look,
I just was yelling that shit.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I have never really got into the showmanship like that part yet. But I've been telling my wife, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go up in there and I'm gonna have my dog looking like wildfire. I don't know. You ever seen A Dog's Life?
I don't know. I don't think I don't watch nothing, bro. That's one thing.
That's a good. That's a good movie to watch that I think you'd probably like. It's an old movie, but it has a bull terrier in it, and he actually starts his life kind of in the streets, fighting and things like that, and then he takes it to the show, become a show dog, and he's really looking for his dad the whole time, and he's a dog. But it's a good movie, man. It's an old school movie, man. I
ain't never seen that. I don't believe.
It's like a movie that like probably like old timer dog men watched, and you know what I mean. I caught on to it when I was a child because my stepdad would always make me watch these crazy movies. I'll be watching Charles Bronson and all types of stuff, man, when I was a kid. A lot of John Wayne. And my wife be like, why are you in here watching John Wayne all dang day?
See, but like what the stuff that used to be on TV when I was growing up was like, it wasn't new, but like my parents or my grandparents, I used to be around my grandparents a lot. I'd be seeing Good Times. I probably seen every episode of Good Times.
I love that show.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Sanford and Son.
I love Sanford and Son.
Stuff like that. That's the type of stuff I grew up seeing on TV. But
Elizabeth, I'm coming.
Yeah, yeah. But
it's
see,
a
now,
big one.
Just on a date. But other than that, I'm watching Schoolboy. I'm watching. If I'm not watching boxing, I'm watching Schoolboy. I'm watching dog content. I'm watching dog content or boxing content.
Yeah,
I gotta watch. I'm into because it's education. I gotta learn. I can't watch nothing just for fun. Like you know what I'm saying. I only got one TV show my favorite TV show, and I found out about this show when my ex was pregnant with my daughter, and like I was just laid up. You know what I'm saying? I'm laid up. Man, I fell in love with this one show called Trailer Park Boys. I don't know if you ever heard of it. That's one show.
That show is crazy, bro.
That's the only show I watch.
That show is crazy, bro. I didn't even expect you to say that show, but that show is crazy, dude.
That's the only show I can watch, bro. I can't watch nothing else.
Yeah.
I can't watch nothing else, bro. Because it's just... I don't know why, bro. I love that show, bro.
That show
reminded me of me and my partners, bro. Except the white version. It's like the white version. When I was younger, bro, we used to be tripping, bro. But it's like the real life version of Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I only even brought that movie up because I never really thought about like the show dog arena, bro. I never did, man. Never ever did. And then when I started thinking about it, it just brought me back to that memory. And and then seeing you and stuff like that, and I'm just like, man, I'm telling my wife if I ever show up, I gotta show up with a dog like wildfire. She's like, what the heck are you talking about? But
bro, I mean, this is how I got into it. But I only went to a show because I thought I want, like, I'm looking at Canelo grow up. I'm like, bro, I'm addicted to watching pit bull stuff. Like, I've competed against all the dogs I've seen. Like the ones I've seen on Instagram, I done competed against them. I see them in person now. Like, I done met the people, met the owners, but I knew a lot of these dogs by name and face before I ever seen them in real life.
that's
I
cool.
just was studying the dogs that was out there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's gonna be some dogs that you didn't see on the internet. But I'm like, man, I'm looking at everybody's dog. I'm looking at Canelo. I'm like, man, I'm finna go win this dog show right quick, bro. Like, if he didn't look like that, I probably would have never been to no confirmation show yet. You know what I'm saying? But I just was looking at it. I'm like, man, it's the best looking pit bull I ever seen in my damn life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to even say that. I be trying to be humble, but it's like, bro, that's just real, bro. I ain't never seen no pit bull that look like Canelo. You know what I'm saying?
I seen him, so I believe it. I believe the way you feel about him. He looks good. He does look good. You know, a lot of people will be like, "Oh man, you kennel blind." You know, but we know when we can see kennel blind. We know.
Listen, bro, I'm not kennel blind, bro. Ain't no kennel blindness going on at all, bro. I got bro. It's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 right there. That's 7 awards right there. And he 18 months old, bro. He 18 months old. He 35 years. He's 35 points away from being a conference champion with the APBT. You know what I mean? I just need 35 more points. I got 65, so it's like, nah, man, I ain't kennel blind. I know what the hell going on.
I love it, man. I'm so glad I got you on the show today, bro.
But listen, I want to tell you how he bred, because we ain't talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Canelo, I got him and my sister. So I got a pair. I got the pair of them. I got the little May sister. I got him. They Nigerino on like straight up. Matter of fact, they got her granddad and she got the same granddad Canelo got. On her, Case Gus is her grandfather on the bottom side. Case Gus is Canelo grandfather on the top side. So they Nigerino on top, Red Boy Jaco Bolio on the bottom. And then the breeding that I did with Jewel, I bred her to Red Bull 3. Red Bull 3 is Bolio on top, Red Boy Jaco on the bottom. You see what I'm saying? So that breeding is going to be heavy Red Boy Jaco Bolio with a drop of that Nigerino in there. But yeah, that's how they bred.
Man, that's a beautiful dog you got right there. And Canelo looks really good, man. Man, you're going to have some people, you know, it's something that you just already know. It's good, man.
You have a waiting list.
I love American.
Everybody.
I just love the dog. I just love dogs so much, man. You know, I'm one of those weird dudes that, you know what I'm saying, come to people's house. And you don't even have to just be American Pit Bull Terriers. I love American Pit Bull Terriers. I love dogs, period. That when I come to people's house and I almost say hi to the dog before I say hi to the rest of the family and stuff like that, you know. People are like, dang, my dog likes you. It's because I like your dog. I like dogs, you know. So, you know, and that's
I got a gift with the dogs. Like, it was a shout out to Ariane. She's one of the managers at East Chain Records. And shout out my boy Willie, man. Willie Hendricks, he Grammy nominated producer. That's my day one partner. I want to give him a special shout out, man, for supporting me and what I got going on. But I was at a photo shoot with them, and I had my little Chihuahua with me. Like, I got it's a Pomchi. That's the breed. It's half Pomeranian, half Chihuahua, but that's a real breed.
Mm-hmm.
Paper, everything. I bought that for my daughter. I had that with me, and she was off leash all day, right there next to me all day. And she told me, she was like, how do you get her to do that? Just stay there. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, shit, I don't know. And she just told me a gift. I was like, you need to really focus on that, because back then I was really rapping.
Yeah.
I was, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really focused on being no dog, man. I was still a dog, man, but I wasn't focused on it, you know what I'm saying? I was really doing my music thing. And I always think, but now that I'm really doing the dogs, I really think about what she told me that I was like, I don't even know how to even, because I didn't want to try to do it all as a one package. Like, I wanted to have a page for rapping, have a page for, you know what I'm saying, have it all. She like, no, all of that is what makes you. You know what I'm saying? Everything, all that in one is what makes you. And since I started thinking like that, man, everything just been going good. Like, real talk.
Hey, man, maybe that'll work out for me too, bro. Maybe that'll work out for me too one day.
Yeah.
Hey, I just appreciate having you on this show, man. And like, this is a great show, man, because one thing I always just wanted to do is just talk to different dudes about dogs, learn things, hear things, and stuff like that. And my favorite dog is the American Pit Bull Terrier. That's pretty much. I mean, I've had a Basenji or something when I was, I don't even know, like 8 years old with my dad and stuff like that. But every dog that I ever got was a pit bull. And even when I was a kid, there was a guy who lived across the street from me, and he had an American Pit Bull Terrier. And me and my buddies would run up to the gate, and we would just look at the dog, you know what I mean? And it was in the corner, and it had an axle chain to it, you know, and it would bark at us when we come over there, and I'd be like, whoa. And when we were a kid, it looked like that dog weighed like 300 pounds, but it wasn't one of them. It was a real, wasn't nothing fake about that dog, you know. But when we was little kids, we thought that thing was like Sandlot, how they felt about the dog in Sandlot. And so I just fell in love with the American Pit Bull Terrier ever since then, man. And I've just, just seeing, people who, that's back in the days, but got it right there in their lap right there. And they're doing this. It's cool to me because I'm getting to witness like you guys like you take these dogs further, you know what I mean? And I do respect that, man. On this show, we have a thing called Give People Their Flowers, and I call it Give a Dog a Bone. And so I just want to tell you, man, I respect what you're out there doing. I see what you're doing. You're not just buying a dog from the guy on the corner. You taking trips. You're looking into the background. You're studying the dogs. And that's what we're talking about, man. That's what this show is about. And
I appreciate it, man. I just figured, like, anything I'm gonna do, I want to be the best. I mean, there's no other way to say it, man. I want to be the best. So if I'm dealing with a bloodline, I'm gonna try to go as close to the source as possible. If not the source, like I bought McNabb's Walker, aka Walker Flocker. I named him Walker Flocker because he's walking my red boy Jocko. I went all the way to South Carolina. I was like somewhere. That's why the first video I ever posted of Walker is I'm on the beach.
What? Wait, hold up. You got Walking My Dogs?
Yeah.
I thought you was just only going straight Ninjarino.
Well, no, because, all right, so this is the thing. The Canelo 50-50. So that's my prototype. That's my prototype. So I'm trying to make that over as many times as possible. So I need that red boy Bolio.
Yeah.
That's what's in his sister's stomach. I need the red boy Jocko. I got the pure. I wanted to get the Walkman because I got the Pit Island. I got the Pit Island red boy Jocko. I got the Walkman red boy Jocko. I got the Ninjarino. I got the pure uncut Ninjarino. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be working with those. I'm not that dude who's gonna have a whole bunch of different bloodlines. I'm gonna master Ninjarino and crossing it with the red boy Jocko Bolio. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much, you know what I'm saying? And there's enough strands where I feel like I should be able to play with that for the rest of my life. And if it ever do get too tight, then I outsource. But at this point, my foundation is complete. You know what I'm saying? I just now any dog I want to be able to just make it.
I like them Walker Wild dogs, man. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah, Walker, go check him out. I got him on my page. He's 5 months now, so he's still young, but he's super red. Like he red. Like Canelo is red, but he red, like red. You know what I mean? Dark red. But yeah, I like him. He got high energy. Everything about a red boy Jacko dog. He showing me those things like high energy. Like don't stop, just play all. You know what I'm saying? He's still a pup, so you know what I mean. I might bring him out. He's been a one confirmation show. He got 3rd place at an all breed show. But yeah, I got a lot of things I'm trying to work on. But yeah, Canelo is the prototype.
Just more as you keep talking, man. More as you keep talking, bro. I'm like, man, it sucks because you get a show and there's only so much that you can say, so much that you can even remember while you're just having a conversation. But the more we just keep talking, it's crazy because I know I gotta, just say, man, this was a great show, bro. And like I said, the more as we keep talking, I'm like, I'm getting more excited. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But I know we'll have to do a part 2 one day or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can definitely do a part 2, man. I want to say, man, I appreciate you letting me come on here, man. I'll be watching your content. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a kind of a new growing channel because I just now started seeing your interviews. I watched a couple of them. I really, really like that one that you did with Wolverine then, because I like to hear people who deeply involved with Reno dogs get their point of view, because that's all knowledge that I can use with what I got going on. And before we go, I want to show you something. This is I ain't gonna lie, this right here, this is very special to me. This picture, it's an original picture of Ninja Reno, and a lot of people ain't never seen it, but this was a gift to me from Mr. Townsend when I went down to Texas. You know what I'm saying? He wrote me a message. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's Ninja Reno for life, bro. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's really Canelo for life. It's really Canelo for life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it ain't no Canelo without Ninja Reno. It ain't no Canelo without Rip Taco Folio. You feel me? So, you feel me? Anything that's in Canelo, that's what I'm into. So, I know we didn't get to talk much about the Red Boy Jocko part of my program, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll get into it on or 2. You know what I'm
Dang,
saying?
now when you said that too, I was like, what? All right, man. Well, look, man, I don't have an outro on this show. From Beer and Bulldogs, till next time, we out.